We welcome you to Charlotte tonight, where a pair of streaking squads take center stage in the Queen City. It is Charlotte Independence hosting Corpus Christi FC, and tonight's match is presented by Novant Health. We say hello and welcome to American Legion Memorial Stadium. I'm Sam Goldfarb. The second and final league meeting of the year between these two squads, and the first was a fun one in Corpus Christi, a Charlotte side that got off to a flying start. Enzo Martinez on 15 minutes, bashing it into the bottom left corner. They were pegged back 20 minutes later, though, through Patty Langlois before Jefferson Amaya's long-range strike basically gave the Jacks control of this match. It was a Luis Alvarez second-half penalty that put it out of reach and led to a controlled victory for the Jacks. And this is part of a prolonged winning run for Charlotte that has seen them climb third in the league table. You look at the table presented by Carolina Office Solutions. This Charlotte side just 2 points off top spot. And if they win tonight, with results going elsewhere, they could climb atop the League One standings by evening's end. Their opposite numbers in Corpus Christi, not too shabby themselves, just 5 points south of the playoff line. And when you consider they went winless in their opening 10 league matches, that is a massive feat. It is a Charlotte side, as we mentioned, in the midst of a historic winning run. 7 consecutive league victories entering the evening. That's second most in league history behind Union Omaha a few years back. And they've done it by pounding goals in for fun. 21 goals over this 7-match stretch that has seen them beat some of the top teams in USL League One. They'll be hoping to continue that against a Corpus Christi backline that can be a bit leaky. But their opposite numbers, a decent vein of form themselves. The longest unbeaten run in club history. That's 4 matches. It's seen them tighten up at the back and only concede thrice in that span. They've put together some major victories over the likes of Portland and Sarasota. And now the question is, can they pull off the biggest victory of the lot and pick off one of the hottest teams in the league? It's time for our Players to Watch now, presented by Gatorade. And for Charlotte, it is one of the more unheralded players in the league. Christopher Jaime is a deep-lying playmaker, someone who has logged multiple assists in 2 of the last 3 league matches entering tonight, and he just kind of pulls the strings in very quiet, composed fashion. He is a key cog in Charlotte's midfield machine. And on the opposite end of things for Corpus Christi, this player is anything but unheralded. It's Blake Bowen, someone who paces this team in goals and assists, top 10 in the league in assists and chances created. He is the key creative playmaker, a very versatile presence on the left flank. They will need him to show up if they are to get a major result here. Just about ready to get everything underway in the second and final league meeting of the season between Charlotte Independence and Corpus Christi. Lineups and kickoff when we return.
I need my heart to stop slowing me down. I want a plan that fixes this fast, and an expert who will talk me through it. I want a heart specialist at the top of the field, and a scar too small to notice. I want to be back out here, because I want to give them what this place gives me.
For nationally recognized heart and vascular care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best physicians, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Charlotte, it's time to rally behind your home team, your Charlotte Independence. From incredible goals to unforgettable moments, each match brings the excitement of live soccer right here in the Queen City. Get your tickets now for the next Charlotte Independence game. On Saturday the 18th, donate a toy for Novant Health's Hemby Children's Hospital and get in free. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action. For county, for country, ride with us. Get your tickets now at charlotteindependence.com.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
We welcome you back to Charlotte, where tonight's starting lineups are presented by Capelli Sport. It is 2 changes for Mike Jeffrey's men from the Prinks Cup victory over Greenville last Wednesday. The big change of note, no Luis Alvarez in the squad. He went off with what looked to be a lower leg issue last Wednesday at halftime. He is unavailable for selection tonight, as is Enzo Martinez. Their opposite numbers in Eamon Zayed's squad, unchanged from last Wednesday's league draw with AV Alta. Jake Keegan, one of the top all-time leading goal scorers in league history, leads the line. Meanwhile, Bubu Medina is the key number 10 underneath. Dietrich and Kwakwa, the familiar pivot, with Roscoe and Keeney as the center backs. Well, we are just about ready to get everything underway here from American Legion Memorial Stadium, where it is sweltering heat at the moment in Charlotte. You look at the weather in the Queen City, and it is quite unforgiving. Temperatures at 95 degrees with 48% humidity. Safe to say there will be a hydration break in this, and the question is which team will fare better in these conditions, both relatively accustomed to it around this time of year. Fans showing up for this one. It is a Charlotte squad that has mounted results, and the Carolina Reaper has been there for pretty much everyone. 11 unbeaten. This is a team that has not lost since mid-April in all competitions. A chance to extend their unbeaten run and club record win streak if they can get 3 points here today in front of their dedicated home fans. And you have to give the Carolina Reaper credit, because in sweltering heat, his dress code does not change. He is still coated in long sleeves and everything. You get the sense that this could be a long 90 minutes for him, especially with kickoff being moved up 2 hours, but he looks undeterred and ready for this one. It will be Charlotte going from left to right on your screen. Their opposite numbers in Corpus Christi in the white strips with the blue hoops from right to left, as we just await our lead official, Asad Osmanovich's signal to get everything underway. Will it be Charlotte continuing their red-hot run of form, or will it be Corpus Christi making one of the statements of their club's young history? Find out over the next 90 minutes and change here on this red-hot Wednesday night. Calendar flips to July. Charlotte is hoping that their sweltering form can carry over as the calendar flips. Sam Goldfarb bringing you all of the action tonight. We thank you for joining us here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. It is a Charlotte side that, as we mentioned, 7 consecutive league wins on the trot, 11 unbeaten in all comps. They take on a Corpus Christi side in the best form of their young history as a club. As Beccaro gives this away to Enoch Kwakwa. He's looking for a fast start for the Sharks. And immediately gives it away to Clay Dimmick, captain who's played every minute of league play to date. Well, it is a Charlotte side that, as we mentioned, in the midst of this winning run, outscoring opponents by a 21-8 margin. Mike Jeffries has mentioned this year they've overhauled the squad to get more athletic and be a team that can break down opposing sides in a multifaceted manner. Last season, maybe over-reliant on the counter before the departures of Luis Alvarez and Alfredo Midense, and they paid the price later in the year. As this is given away, and here's Jake Keegan, who cuts inside and is immediately closed down by Raoud Maned. Here's the first sojourn forward for Charlotte. A squad that has so many different weapons, even without the likes of Luis Alvarez and Enzo Martinez in the squad. Suebu Maru still leads the line with a bevy of goals. Vaquero himself is no slouch as he escorts it wide to Prince Sadie. Sadie cuts inside on his left. Fell for Vaquero, who couldn't hit it cleanly. And ushered out of play for just a goal kick.
Ball played over the end line. It will be a goal kick for the Sharks.
Well, there's your look at Mike Jeffries. He's presided over plenty of success in his near 12 years at the helm with Charlotte Independence, but this year has the makings of perhaps his most successful campaign at the helm. Yes, he did guide that Charlotte side to the USL League One final 3 years ago, but right now they could go top of the table and make a major statement as the second half of the season takes shape. And as we mentioned, they really did a lot of soul searching this offseason. A squad that limped into the playoffs, really struggled down the stretch after the departures of Alvarez and Midense to the USL Championship ranks. And he mentioned how they had to become more possession-oriented. That necessarily wasn't something that suited them. So this year, they bring in players with multifaceted talents. They bring back Luis Alvarez on loan from Tampa Bay Rowdies, and the results have followed. But now this will be a major question, how they fare without Alvarez in the squad for one of the first times. As Corpus Christi strolls forward, and that's immediately given away by Bowen. Here's Skinner. Monin sprays it long. He's looking for the run of Vigo Ortiz, the talented 18-year-old. There's Abayal. Dietrich launches this forward, and there are numbers in behind here. This is Bowen, who's knocked over by Monin, and the referee points to the spot.
The referee has signaled for a penalty kick.
Well, far from the dream start for Raoud Monin and the Charlotte defense, who's just conceded a penalty and given Corpus Christi a golden opportunity from 12 yards. It's just a late challenge here. You see Bowen's force wide. There's no need for him to come in like this. Trods upon Bowen, who goes down, and the referee does not hesitate. It is an immediate penalty, and it is a rather careless challenge from the 24-year-old Monin, who was the hero last Wednesday night with his second half winner. He may be the reason his team goes behind here in the opening 5 minutes. It will be Bowen who stands over this. Quartet of goals to his name, and really caught fire in the final third to begin the month of June. He stares down Matt Levy, the fans' mid-season selection for goalkeeper of the year in USL League One. Bowen finishes. A dream start for Corpus Christi, and inside 6 minutes, the Sharks take a shock lead away from home.
Number 2, Blake Bowen, makes the score 1-0 in favor of the Sharks.
Well, that is one way to silence the home crowd and perhaps put a damper on what has been a brilliant run of form for Charlotte. Again, it's an unnecessary tackle. Yes, Monin's going for the ball, but he already has inside position on Bowen here. And Levy is incensed by that decision. And then from there, all Bowen has to do is step up and slot it into the bottom left. It's the 5th of the season for the San Clemente, California native, and it is 1-0 to the Sharks. You get your look at the 25-year-old in the midst of his first USL League One campaign after 3 seasons in MLS Next Pro. And he has been one of the top newcomers on this newcomer-laden Corpus Christi squad. And now it's given away. And numbers racing forward again. Another chance for Corpus Christi, and this time Levy's equal to it. They dodge a major bullet. It could have been 2-0 in a blink. Charlotte probably didn't expect to be reeling this early on. Sadie dancing to the byline, and he will win a corner for Charlotte.
That ball defended over the end line.
This is another major chance. You see Keegan is calling for the ball, and Albayal goes at it alone, and that's why Keegan is displeased. Ultimately, Levy does well to close down the angle. But on a different day, this Jack side is staring at a 2-0 deficit 7 minutes in. And Matt Levy has seen the ball bustle the back of his net twice. Instead, it is a corner for Javin Romero and company. This is how they scored their lone goal against Greenville in the Prinks Cup last Wednesday night. In-swinger from Romero. It's headed in. It's a tremendous save from James Talbot, who denies John Vaccaro. And now a late challenge from Jefferson Amaya prompts the match's first yellow card.
Yellow card caution shown to number 24, Jefferson Amaya.
Corpus Christi has created a number of chances. This is Charlotte's first, though. You see Vaccaro nod this goalward, trying to pick out the bottom left, and ultimately a good save from Talbot. As you get your look at the League One veteran, Ayman Zayed, someone who spent 3 years at the helm of Northern Colorado Hailstorm back in the day and built them into quite the juggernaut by his final season. This year, it was a rocky start, 10 winless in league play, but they have started to straighten things out and churn some results over the line. And you look at Ayman Zayed's record. His 100th league match was last week in the scoreless draw against Davy Alta. He has the highest points per game tally among qualified coaches that have presided over 100 league matches, and over 1.6. So he is a force to be reckoned with in this league. And even with the Sharks starting as poorly as they did, you would have been a fool to write them off given Ayman Zayed's track record. It's now time for this injury report, which is brought to you by Novant Health. 2 out for Charlotte Independence. It is Luis Alvarez and Enzo Martinez who are absent today. None officially reported for Corpus Christi, but keep in mind, Christian Cheney, their high-profile signee this offseason, has been out for the better part of the last 2 months and is not in the squad here as well. Even still, they've found goal scoring in the last 4 matches without their talisman up top. Sadie. Amaya. Vaccaro. 30-year-old who was a former first-round pick in the MLS Super Draft back in the day. Now ushered wide to Joey Skinner. Another former first-round selection. Amaya. Inventive ball. Doesn't reach Clay Dimmick, though. And space to break now for Corpus Christi. Gomez. Upended by Prince Sadie. May be fortunate not to see yellow here. At the moment, it is a Charlotte side that is chasing shadows for the time being. And I don't think many would have expected this. It is a Charlotte independent squad, especially at home, that likes to be the protagonist. Was the case Wednesday night in their hard-fought victory over Greenville. Corpus Christi may have caught them out again here. And Levy makes a quality stop, but the flag was up. Fans, Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independents with same and next day sick visits. Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. Just over 10 gone, and for those just joining us, it has been a brilliant start for Corpus Christi. Blake Bowen, a 6-minute penalty, making the difference. At the moment, Charlotte just struggling to find its footing. They have yet to truly trouble James Talbot's net, with the exception of John Vaccaro's header off the corner moments ago. It is a Charlotte squad that, as we mentioned off the top, playing without Luis Alvarez and Enzo Martinez tonight, 2 of their top creative masterminds unavailable. So this one of the bigger tests on paper of their squad depth and how they may fare without two of their best players and best attacking pieces on paper. Monin. Dimmick. Return ball from Sadie. Drew a whistle from our referee. Jaime knocks it out wide for Vigo Ortiz. Someone who has a penchant for big goals. This time nearly gave it away to an onrushing convoy of Corpus Christi attackers. Instead it falls for Dimmick. Picks out Prince Sadie. Now Dimmick on the underlap. Sadie's cross, dipping towards Maru. It's headed away by Roscoe. Romero hit with his hand as he looked to win it back. On the opposite end of things for Corpus Christi, so much has been made about Charlotte's form, and rightfully so. This is a squad that limped out of the gates and struggled to find its best 11, was on the wrong end of some pretty brutal results, including a 5-1 defeat at Westchester, which was one that really sent them spiraling in terms of defeats. But recently, Ayman Zayed has pulled off 4 consecutive league matches without defeat. 3 of those have been victories, including a thriller against Portland to kickstart the run, where they came from behind in stoppage time to win 3-2. And that has set the Sharks on a positive run of momentum. So get another look at this coming together between Abayal and Romero, and neither was willing to give an inch there. Get the sense that that may become a common theme as the night unfolds. Amaya, former Charlotte Independence Academy standout, who is back with the club after a tremendous 4-year career at High Point.
Fans, due to today's extreme heat, we will have 2 water breaks.
There is a hydration break 15 minutes in. You heard it on the PA. It is excruciatingly hot, 95 degrees, and on the turf it will feel hotter. So as a result, 2 hydration breaks per half. And as things stand, Corpus Christi goes into that first breather the far better off of the 2 entities. That man Blake Bowen separating the squads with his penalty on 6 minutes that he won after Ruud Monin's ill-advised challenge in the penalty area. So far, the Sharks in line for what would be their first away victory in club history, at least in league play. Obviously a long way to go in this one as Ayman Zayed delivers intense instructions to his bunch. Someone who is known for his intensity, and you get a look at the moment that makes the difference. This challenge from Monin, he had Bowen forced wide, didn't need to put a boot in the mix, but he did, and paid the price. Immediately, the point to the spot from our referee, Asad Omanovic, and from there, Bowen stepped up and just slotted it into the bottom left corner. Levy guesses the wrong way, probably would have had no chance at it, even had he guessed correctly. And Bowen's 5th goal of the league season is what separates the 2 squads. One thing Ayman Zayed has done so well over the course of his career is turn forwards into devastating target men and presences on the front line. His most successful case study probably comes in the form of Trevor Ammon, who now plays in USL Championship with Pittsburgh Riverhounds, but 3 years ago set the league record for goals in a season, north of 20 during that 2023 campaign. Since then, he's produced a number of other talents, the likes of Bruno Rendon, who played anywhere from the flanks to fullback, and now Blake Bowen, who entered as a listed fullback, now in that wing position and making an impact in the final third. Gives us a chance now to tell you that season tickets are still available for the 2026 season, with packages starting at just $5 per match. Lock in your seats today by visiting tickets.charlotteindependence.com to secure your spot with the Charlotte Independents. Fans out in full force. Showed you the Carolina Reaper off the top. He is still there in full attire. The U.S. men's national team kit on as well, of course, ahead of their knockout match with Bosnia and Herzegovina tonight. You wonder if he'll make the travel from just outside Uptown here at American Legion Memorial Stadium into the heart of Uptown to that corridor of football bars that showcases all of the U.S. men's national team matches. Also showing it at the stadium after the game, so you wonder if he'll stay for that. It seems like the Carolina Reaper and the fans will have plenty of options in terms of chances to watch this U.S. men's national team match tonight. First, there's the small matter of their Charlotte side getting a result here tonight. Plenty of work to do early on. This is Sadie, cuts inside on his left. Is looking for Maru, who knocks it along the Jaime, lays it off to Vigo Ortiz, who rockets it right off the crossbar. Falls now for Baquero. This cross in headed away. Corpus Christi can navigate out of danger for now. Well, that was the first glaring chance of the night for Vigo Ortiz and company. You have to say, on a different day, Ortiz makes that 1-1. Finisher who's been surprisingly clinical despite his young age. Sadie on the turn, switches it to Joey Skinner. Jaime clips it inside towards Baquero. Now knocking it along toward Maru. At the moment, Charlotte's still trying to find a clear angle to put another on frame. Ortiz ventures wide again. Jaime. It's a sliding tackle that pays dividends from Jackson Dietrich. Bowen. As this wears on, especially given the conditions, if you're Corpus Christi, you cannot fall into the trap of parking numbers behind the ball and looking to protect this. Yes, their defensive performances have been much better over the last month, and yes, that would be the natural course of action, but moments like these where you can knock it around and sap some time off the clock, give yourself some rest in possession, and make Charlotte chase it a touch, that will benefit you as the clock reaches 70, 80 minutes if this scoreline persists. Well, Abayal has his mind set on potentially doubling it and continues his run. That penalty shout far more speculative than the first.
That ball played over the end line. Goal kick coming out for Charlotte.
Well, fans, watch the USL on ESPN2 July 11th for Prinks Tires USL Cup Interleague matchup. Championship club San Antonio FC aims to clinch Group 3 with a win over League One opponent Chattanooga Red Wolves SC. Determined to spoil the party. Saturday, July 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Part of the expanded platform of the USL on the ESPN family of networks. Here's Abayal strolling forward for Corpus Christi. And And that effort lacked the sting required. Lost his footing at the critical moment as well. Midway through this first half, and it is still a narrow cushion for Corpus Christi. The lively start that saw them open the scoring on 6 minutes from the penalty spot through Blake Bowen is a Corpus Christi side that has never won away from home. What a statement win this would be against not just one of the best home sides in the league, but the hottest squad in USL League One by a country mile. A team looking to continue its historic 7-match win streak in USL League One play and potentially venture closer to Union Omaha, the 2023 outfit that managed a league record 10 consecutive victories from late July through late September of 2023. And an Omaha side that went on to top the table but fell shy of the USL League One final on penalties against Charlotte as part of Charlotte's Herculean run to the League One final a few years back. This is Skinner. Darts to the byline. Cross cut out. Falls now for Prince Sadie. Jaime curls it goalward. Drew an insurance palm out of Talbot. Another promising chance for the Jags. Again, another look at this. It's good technique here. Sadie keeps it up, just knocks it back to Jaime, who hits it first time. And it did look like maybe Talbot got a slight touch, but I don't believe our referee saw it the same way. It's just a goal kick. Got your first proper look at James Talbot, 29-year-old out of Dublin, Ireland, who most recently played for Bohemians in Irish football. Spent the bulk of his career in Ireland, but of course Eamon Zayed himself played a long time in Irish football and has many connections to the game abroad. So he's brought in, and he's been a revelation when given the opportunity. As the yellow card has been brandished, and Charlotte produces a set piece in an appetizing position.
Free kick for the Jags.
It's given away here. Just see it's a slight kick out and the shove from Jackson Dietrich is ultimately what draws our referee's ire. First man in the book for Corpus Christi tonight. Will be Beccaro, one of the best set-piece servers in USL League One, to try and deliver this into the mix. Beccaro hooks it in. It was an inviting ball. Falls for Javin Romero, who outmuscles Boo Boo Medina. Cross in, cleared away at the source. I just wonder how Charlotte will battle back from a scenario like this, because over the course of this winning run, they haven't seen themselves fall behind much. Fast starts have been the key to a lot of these results they've produced, and while they are used to being pegged back and caught out at times, have not found themselves trailing for prolonged periods over the course of this winning run. As this is escorted out wide, and the cross comes in from Ortiz. Well beyond the reach of Sway Boomeroo and the collection of red and blue shirts.
It's a goal kick for Corpus Christi.
Fans, you can turn to CBS on Saturday, July 18th for a USL Championship Eastern Conference showdown. Last season's champion Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC goes head-to-head with 2025 Player Shield winner Louisville City FC in a must-watch match of the summer. Two elite clubs, one massive stage. Don't miss a minute of the action on CBS at noon Eastern on July 18th. Summer of soccer rages on, and while there is the small matter of a World Cup being played on our shores, there also is the heartbeat of American soccer and the USL Championship ongoing for all of the passionate footballing fans across the country. One of the fascinating developments that has circulated on social media lately has been the phenomenon of fans from abroad, especially Britain, going to USL matches and enjoying that. As you see Blake Bowen, the goal scorer, being tended to on the touchline. It's not just the American populace that has fallen in love with the USL. It is those abroad as well that are beginning to understand what this league has to offer. Another set piece here for Corpus Christi. As Bowen will re-enter the action now for the Sharks, so any injury concern is obsolete, which is fortunate. It's an appetizing delivery, headed across the face. And the whistle sounds against the men in white and blue. Fans Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official health insurance provider of the Charlotte Independents. Blue Cross NC makes health insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross NC. Better care starts here. Keegan is onside, despite the appeals of the Charlotte players. Now Medina tucks it into an on-rushing Enoch Kwakwa with numbers in support. Skinner read the ball perfectly. Charges ahead now for the Jags. Amaya. Baquero shrugged down by the center back, Sam Roscoe. It is a classic Ayman Zayed side in the sense that Corpus Christi, incredibly physical, plays a very high-octane, rugged style as well. Makes them very tough to play against, and that's why you're starting to see them now string some results together. Organization has started to coalesce, especially out of possession. You've seen the rewards as Amaya tries from afar. It's touched along towards Skinner, but Talbot wins the foot race off his line. And the Irishman hasn't put a foot wrong through 30 minutes. Dietrich. Kwakwa. Lofts it long and beyond the reach of Nacho Abeal. And another hydration break takes effect. Pretty much every 15 minutes you will see these, at least to open each half. Again, a warm match that was moved up 2 hours, and as a result of that, the temperatures at their peak around the time of kickoff. As of now, it is still that man, Blake Bowen, who separates the two sides, winning the penalty and slotting it home inside the opening 10 minutes. You see Monen's challenge, somewhat reckless, comes right across. Bowen who goes down, and from there he steps up from 12 yards and buries it, sells the penalty well. I think he would have been hard-pressed not to give that, as the referee And then it is a slow run up, but one that does the job, dispatching it in the bottom left corner and making the difference as things stand. That is the only moment in which either side has found the back of the net. Mike Bowen on 6 minutes from 12 yards. The stoppage gives us a chance to let you know that you can shop the Charlotte Independence's latest collections at charlotteindependence.myshopify.com or by clicking the shop button at charlotteindependence.com. I have to wonder what the tenor of the team talk is now for Mike Jeffries, because there has been improvement in his side's performance. Vico Ortiz, of course, around 20 minutes, kissing one right off the frame of the crossbar. And since then, Charlotte has had the better of the possession and half chances, but need that final layer of quick passing, that final ball in, that final touch to make the difference that currently has been lacking as things stand. He's a patient man, though. He knows his squad's capable of producing a goal at any moment. You see more fans that are doing the doubleheader, coming here for the Jacks and staying here to watch the U.S. match on the big screen tonight. It is a celebratory evening of soccer in the United States and in the USL Pyramid. So many clubs, including Charlotte in League One, making a habit of opening their venues to show United States men's national team matches on the big screen and make it a community event. Bring in fans from across the local areas and create a true community around their clubs. And now Charlotte Independence starting to do that themselves as well. Part of the heightened opportunity that this tournament has offered for not just the players, but fans of the beautiful game to become invested in the USL and beyond. Back underway for the final chapter, if you will, of this first half. Medina, former League Two standout with the Sharks a year ago. Kwakwa flips it ahead, falls to Abayal, who touches it along towards Keegan. Tracked down marvelously by Dietrich. And as this is worn on, you're seeing moments where Corpus Christi has felt confident settling on it and creating some havoc of their own. Gomez dispossessed this time. Sadie sprinting in behind with numbers in support and bypasses one. It's still Sadie. Baquero lost out to Kwakwa, who rode multiple challenges well. Surprisingly end-to-end game given the conditions. Given the turf pitch, that is likely only exacerbating the perceived temperatures. Bowen. Dietrich. Gomez, the former Trinidad and Tobago international. Kwakwa. First time ball, read well by Jaime. Final 10 minutes of the initial 45. Plenty of business to attend to if you're a Charlotte supporter. If you're Corpus Christi, you are probably overjoyed with what you've seen so far. An early goal and an opportunity to settle on the ball and take the sting out of things. I think that would have been Ayman Zayed's dream approach to this one, and so far it's gone according to plan. That's given away though. And Maru can't quite race free, but does win a free kick. Here's Manin. Scored the first goal of his professional career last Wednesday night. Baquero winning it back, going for goal as well. Ortiz. Amaya. for Skinner. There may be an avenue out now for Corpus Christi. A 1v3 break now for the Sharks. And they're unintimidated as Abayal feels he won a corner, but instead it is just a goal kick. Well, fans, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. There's Ortiz. Runs out of real estate inside the penalty area. Sadie in the half space. Dimmick. Charlotte just looking for an avenue to unlock this newly ironclad Corpus Christi back line. It's one that conceded 20 goals in the opening 10 league matches. Since then, just 3 allowed in the last 4. You're beginning to see Eamon Zayed's defensive principles take shape. Remember, with expansion sides, it is difficult sometimes for teams to get things together and hit the ground running. And Corpus Christi, in the jump from USL League Two, certainly experienced their growing pains, but now it's starting to come together. Maru lets it run. It's a chance for Jaime. Immediately closed down and can't put it on frame. It is expert defending from Patty Langlois and the Sharks back line. This is a slick bit of interplay. Maru, the awareness to let it run. Jaime maybe should have hit this first time, and instead Langlois tracks over and does the job. Now taken short. Sadie into the mix. It is a match that has been played at breakneck pace, despite the conditions that would suggest things would slow down. Baquero. Ortiz. Jaime. Dances to the byline. It's a rather underwhelming cross. Skinner. Baquero lays it back off to Ortiz, who's tugged down. And this is a set piece in a very inviting spot. And you just wonder what someone like John Baquero could conjure from this distance. It is Baquero and Prince Sadie in the immediate vicinity. It favors the right boot of John Baquero, the 30-year-old. 5-man wall for Corpus Christi. You have to get this up and down quick. Baquero goes for goal, and it's in! It is brilliant from Baquero, and it's all square in Charlotte. That is what that magician can conjure. John Baquero's 3rd of the year, and it's his best of the lot. Plenty of curl in this, bypasses the wall, kisses off the far post, and you can pick that one out if you're James Talbot. Charlotte 1, Corpus Christi 1. Someone who has extremely high-level experience in John Baquero, a former 5th overall pick by Chicago Fire in the 2018 MLS Super Draft, who couldn't quite put it together in the MLS ranks, but made a long career for himself in USL Championship before joining Charlotte Independence ahead of last season and becoming an instant golden playmaker contender. Now he produces one of the better goals of his USL career, and he knots it all up just before halftime. Just like that, The Jacks back on terms. Dimmick. Now Charlotte with the wind in their sails. Maru, clever touch in behind. Has Sadie for company. Does use him. Ortiz. Jaime on the turn. Goes for goal. It deflects awkwardly and deflects behind. Could have gone anywhere, and I think Talbot understands that with his reaction.
Number 10, John Vaquero heading over to take this corner.
And John Vaquero with a chance to produce more magic. Taken short. And he gets it back now. Here's Vaquero's cross. Doesn't reach anyone in the red and blue. Cleared only as far as Amaya, though. Who tries forward now for Charlotte. Dimmick. Rude Manin. Jaime out wide. There's Joey Skinner. Former standout at UNC Greensboro. Was a key poster child in the renaissance that Chris Rich has overseen there. Romero. Arcs this into the mix and headed back to Talbot. Fans, Pepsi is the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independents. Enjoy an ice cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. Final minute of the initial 45, and as things stand, we are all level. It was Bowen's opener, neutralized by Vaquero's tremendous free kick. But Abayal with other ideas as we approach intermission, with numbers for company as well. Bowen clips inside on his left. Medina, he goes for goal and just curls over. Not a bad effort, though, from the 23-year-old. And at the moment, you just see Corpus Christi desperate to get into halftime. Charlotte grabbing the match by the scruff of the neck well before their equalizer, but since the equalizer, it's been an unfettered onslaught. Sadie, not shy about driving forward and uses Dimmick on the overlap. He lost that foot race. And it is time for our stoppage time.
Indicated a minimum of 6 minutes of additional time. Stoppage time is brought to you by Blue Cross,
which is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. It is 6 minutes to account for the 2 hydration breaks. When you think about the halftime team talks, certainly that free kick will have changed the tenor of Ayman Zayed's approach. Ayman Zayed is someone who's known for his constant desire to want more from his squad. He challenges his players in a way that gets the best of them. He's mentioned how in past fixtures, even at halftime when they were 2-0 up against Sarasota Paradise, he said he wanted more from his squad, as this is over the top to Keegan, who does get there. Now Bowen taps it along. Another man down in the area. This time our referee will not point to the spot. Medina may have gone over too easily for his liking, though it does offer the opportunity for a long throw should Corpus Christi have that in their locker. it will be Jack Keeney to do the honors. 27-year-old center back. It's taken short. And now back to Keeney, who clips it into the mix, but right at Matt Levy. He will have no issues there. One thing about this Charlotte side is when the goals come, they tend to come in bunches. This is a squad that leads the league with 32 goals for. That is comfortably atop the USL League One standings in terms of goals for. In fact, now 8 more than the next contender. The issue has been occasionally leakiness at the back, which they've tightened up over this winning run. As Abayal fouls the center back Romero there. It's been an inverse issue for Corpus Christi. A slow start going forward and issues at the back. They've now tightened up defensively, and they've shown flashes of being a real threatening attacking entity over the course of the last month. Given that, you'd fancy a fixture like this to really open up in the second half. Charlotte will go for it, and that will present chances for Corpus Christi to get out and send numbers in behind, which they've threatened to do since taking that aforementioned early lead. Jaime. Sadie. Drives inside. Has it knocked away, but Ortiz is there. Cleared only as far as Joey Skinner. More than midway through the added 6 minutes in this first half. Jaime. Charges towards the penalty area. Wins another free kick. It's Pat Langlois who concedes it. And donning the captain's armband for Corpus Christi. Comes in late, certainly clatters into Jaime from behind, and that's what causes the referee to blow his whistle. And this is another spot where John Beccaro could cause some danger. And unsurprisingly, he is the lone man over it as things stand. Beccaro drives it in. It falls kindly for Romero, who buries it. Charlotte has flipped it on its head before intermission, and the Jacks lead 2-1. Javin Romero starting to make a real impact on set pieces. The assist last Wednesday night in the Brinks Tires USL Cup, and the goal that put Charlotte ahead here. It's a delicious delivery. It falls so nicely for Romero, who all it has to do is drive it into the bottom right. He does the easy bit well, and Charlotte has reversed the script. From an early deficit to a late first half advantage. And Javin Romero has the critical touch. A 20-year-old in Javin Romero, who joined the club from Chivas' youth ranks after being released last January. Grew into a frequent starter last season, started the playoff match in that defeat at eventual champions One Knox in the quarterfinals. And this year came in with a bit of a challenge, the likes of Kevin Riascos and Sega Koulibaly brought into the fold. But with those two injured, he's been an undisputed mainstay in the heart of defense alongside Arun Manan, and those two have formed a tremendous partnership. Now in back-to-back matches, you're starting to see both of them make impacts on the other end of things. Charlotte 2, Corpus Christi 1, and Ayman Zayed's team talk will change drastically now. Sadie, that's well done. And the referee comes back to an earlier challenge on Clay Dimmick, who is still down on the deck.
Caution shown to number 2, Blake Bowen.
This is a point of concern. Clay Dimmick is Their captain has played every minute. The image of resilience in this Charlotte squad. You see here, after the fact, gets into it with what appears to be Blake Bowen. It's Bowen who lashes out. Shown a yellow card. Remember, there is no VAR in USL, so there's no way that this can be evaluated to be upgraded. And he earns himself into the referee's book ahead of halftime here. We are now well beyond the added 6 minutes. And the halftime whistle has sounded. It is a Charlotte side that found themselves on the back foot early. 6 minutes in, Blake Bowen making the difference. But John Baccaro starting the flip of the script with a sensational free kick equalizer. And then in stoppage time, Javin Romero poking in Baccaro's delicious delivery to make it 2-1 to Charlotte. A Charlotte side that trailed by a goal in the final 5 minutes of the first. They now lead by a goal at halftime. And as we head in intermission, it is Charlotte in line to climb atop the USL League One table. The Jacks lead 2-1 at halftime. Stick with us. When we're back, we'll take a look around USL League One. It is Charlotte narrowly in charge at the moment.
I need my back to give me a break. I want options and a doctor who helps me choose the right one. I want technology informing my surgeon's every move so I get the fastest recovery. I want to get back with the guys before I miss another Saturday, because I've got plenty left in the tank.
For the gold standard in spine surgery, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Your Charlotte Independence!
What an affordable and exciting outing for the whole family. The Charlotte Independence has you covered. Introducing the Charlotte Independence Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, starting at only $80. It's everything you need for a family night filled with soccer fun. Come see your Charlotte Independence play at American Legion Memorial Stadium. For county, for country, ride with us. Get your family 4-pack today at charlotteindependence.com.
Welcome back to the Queen City, where at halftime, Charlotte Independence holds a 2-1 advantage over Corpus Christi. Halftime is brought to you by Courtyard Marriott. Let's get a look inside USL League One, starting with our Week 16 Team of the Week. Some representation on the Corpus Christi side of things. Nacho Abayal and Jake Keegan both earning honors this week. Meanwhile, Jonathan Jimenez is the Player of the Week in USL League One. And then as we continue our look around the league, let's take a peek at our goal of the week, our save of the week, and a feature on Eli Room's tremendous performance for Curacao in the World Cup.
Swung in towards the top of the box, taken down. Bahena gets himself loose, gets a shot, gets a glorious goal for Avialta.
It's a tie game in Greenville, and Cesar Bahena Jr. creates this chance nearly all by himself. Ball over the top, the keeper to beat and the defense, but there's backspin on the ball. He recognizes that, and 2 guys to beat. Twinkle toes, moves to his right, curls the finish. It's a moment of magic for Cesar Bahena to get that goal that stands as the game winner and your select USL League One goal of the week.
Give it away here. Anor is in, and Anor, it's a tremendous save from Chen.
And look at the strong punch. Fantastic reflex save by Chen.
He is the USL Championship player that took the World Cup by storm. Miami FC goalkeeper Eloy Room made history with his 15-save performance in Curaçao's scoreless draw with heavily favored Ecuador. A World Cup record in a 90-minute match. The reaction went viral. A worldwide cheer for a team's success despite the odds. But there are 2 coaches in South Florida that saw it coming.
I'm surprised because I know what is the level in the World Cup, but also I know Eloy, I see every day, so I know the level.
Christian Blanco is Miami FC's goalkeeper coach. His specialty is developing younger players, but Room is different. He is a 37-year-old veteran who played nearly 200 matches in the top Dutch league. A wealth of knowledge, even for a coach.
Where does Eloy stand in all of the players you've worked with in your career, and how neat is this to be a part of this?
It's my first experience with the World Cup, man, you know. And for me, I'm so happy for that. It's a big challenge for me in the beginning, to right now. So I try to enjoy every training, every single moment, because and I try to teach something to Eloy, but he teach me a lot too.
He is capable of directing everybody from behind, and not only on the field, also off the field.
Room is one of the shutout leaders in the USL Championship with 4. He is a big reason Miami is in the playoff conversation at the midway point of the season. A World Cup interruption is an honor. For now.
We are super happy for his performances in the World Cup, but we are super happy as well to have him back as soon as possible.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino. Hay sed de revancha, doctor. Pero falta gol y estamos a esperar a Hugo. ¿Hugo Sánchez? Sí, tira para adelante. ¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? ¡Súbete, llegamos por fin! ¡Ay, bendito sea el chofer, doctor! Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte! A donde me dé la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso. ¡Listo, vámonos!
This is your moment.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
I need my heart to stop slowing me down. I want a plan that fixes this fast, and an expert who will talk me through it. I want a heart specialist at the top of the field, and a scar too small to notice. I want to be back out here because I want to give them what this place gives me.
For nationally recognized heart and vascular care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best physicians, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
We welcome you back to Charlotte. We're at halftime, presented by Courtyard Marriott. The Charlotte Independents hold a narrow 2-1 advantage over Corpus Christi FC. The fans in the midst of horse races at halftime. Everything popping off at American Legion Memorial Stadium. And now it's time to get a look at tonight's schedule in USL League One, presented by Courtyard Marriott, part of a 4-match slate. This is Chattanooga Red Wolves hosting Westchester before later on tonight on national television, Spokane takes on Forward Madison. The late night tussle, Union Omaha and AV Alta. That will be a match of interest to Charlotte, especially if they can see this out. And now it's time to get a further look inside USL League One with our halftime update given to us by Dan Lucas.
It is halftime in League One. Time to get you caught up on the headlines this week. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Charlotte Independence set up an amazing group stage finale in the Prinks Tires USL Cup with its 1-0 win over Greenville Triumph. Charlotte is tied with Charleston Battery atop the Group 6 standings with a head-to-head matchup against the Battery in round 4. 3 more League One clubs with a shot to advance to the quarterfinals are Spokane Velocity, AC Boise, and Union Omaha. AV Alta drew 0-0 with Corpus Christi last week, extending its unbeaten run in League One to 9 matches heading into this week. During that stretch, AV Alta has allowed just 4 goals with 5 shutouts. Now, in that game against AV Alta, Corpus Christi head coach Ayman Zayed worked his 101st League One match. Zayed has won 44% of those matches, giving him the best winning percentage of all coaches to reach 100 matches in League One. Upcoming national spotlight games in League One of the Championship. Saturday the 11th, USL Cup finale between San Antonio and Chattanooga on ESPN2. Then a pair of matches on CBS Sports Network, Sporting Jackson Pittsburgh on the 15th, followed by AC Boise and Portland on the 17th. Then the big one on CBS Saturday the 18th, Pittsburgh hosting Louisville City. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
I need my back to give me a break. I want options and a doctor who helps me choose the right one. I want technology informing my surgeon's every move so I get the fastest recovery. I want to get back with the guys before I miss another Saturday, because I've got plenty left in the tank.
For the gold standard in spine surgery, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
Charlotte, it's time to rally behind your home team, your Charlotte Independents. From incredible goals to unforgettable moments, each match brings the excitement of live soccer right here in the Queen City. Get your tickets now for the next Charlotte Independence game. On Saturday the 18th, donate a toy for Novant Health's Hemby Children's Hospital and get in free. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action. For county, for country, ride with us. Get your tickets now at charlotteindependence.com.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Time to get a look at our halftime highlights, which are presented by Novant Health. An eventful first half here in sweltering Charlotte. It picked up 5 minutes in. Blake Bowen bundled over by Raoud Manin in the penalty area. That set him up from 12 yards, and on 6 minutes, he made no mistake. Buried it in the bottom left. No chance for Matt Levy, and just like that, Charlotte found themselves behind. And then there was another chance, a breakout opportunity from Nacho Abeal that was denied by James Talbot. And then on the other end, a chance for John Vaquero, who just headed this wide. It was actually Talbot's touch that pushed it onto the post, and that set the tone for what was just a fully back and forth first half. Charlotte, so many chances. Vigo Ortiz rattling the crossbar there. And finally, after huffing and puffing, Charlotte broke the house down with John Vaquero's scintillating set piece. It was a brilliant free kick that he just kisses off of the far post and into the back of the net. That put Charlotte 1-0 in front. And then just before halftime, another set piece fell kindly to Javin Romero, who dispatched with aplomb. It just ricochets so nicely for him, and all he has to do is tuck it home. And when you get a look at our halftime stats, also presented by Novant Health, they tell the story. Charlotte on the front foot, nearly 2/3 of the ball out shooting Corpus Christi, but the issue at times was a lack of incision. An even 3-3 in terms of shots on target does tell you that maybe Charlotte could have been a little more clinical and a little more decisive in the final third. All in all, though, still a 2-1 advantage, and a deserved advantage for Charlotte side, hunting its 8th consecutive USL League One victory. In the midst of halftime, Corpus Christi has appeared to make changes. Andrew Booth has entered the action, someone who joined in May after spending the previous month on a 25-day contract with Spokane Velocity. He now slots in a return from a brief injury absence. So it is Booth into the mix. Corpus Christi now going from left to right on your screen. Charlotte from right to left. So Booth comes in for Jackson Dietrich as a deeper lying playmaker. Meanwhile, there's been another change as well. Kaim Thomas entering the action as well for Nacho Abeal. So a like-for-like swap there on the right flank, and a double change for Ayman Zayed as he looks to spur his team on to get a result. Sam Goldfarb, as we're back underway, bringing you all of the action. Charlotte coming from behind in the final 5 minutes and stoppage time in the first half. The equalizer in tremendous fashion from Vaquero, and the would-be winner as things stand from Javin Romero on 45+5. That is the point of difference that has helped neutralize Corpus Christi's flying start. Here is the first touch for Thomas, and it is a productive one that yields Corpus Christi a corner. That is Corpus Christi's first corner of the match as well. So chance for Blake Bowen to power the Sharks back into this. The delivery was lacking though. Comes out to Thomas, the substitute. And here is Bowen again. Keeps it in play along the touchline. Kwakwa. Vision was inventive, but he never threaded it through to Booth. And now there's space for Ortiz the other way. Has Maru with him. Swaybu Maru lets it run. Swaybu Maru rounds the goalkeeper, and it is a stonewall penalty. Talbot bundles him over, and it is a chance for Charlotte to add insurance right after the restart.
Penalty kicks are brought to you by
Maru does so well here. He senses the onrushing defender in Kwakwa, so he lets it run, then just bypasses James Talbot. There is contact there. The referee does not hesitate, and it is a major opportunity for the Independents to provide more of a cushion. It is Swaybu Maru who will take it. A quintet of goals to his name this season. 6 in all comps. He stares down Talbot with a chance to double the lead for the Jacks. Stutter step, and it's saved by Talbot. The follow-up, and it's saved again.
Kick was saved by James
Tremendous from Talbot, and he keeps Corpus Christi within striking distance. But he may have paid the price after the fact. Well, you see Maru here, the long run up, the stutter step, he telegraphs it. Talbot reads it the whole way. And then the follow-up, just chaos. Maru and Beccaro after it, but Talbot does enough to throw himself into the mix. And Corpus Christi has avoided another major blow, but there may be one that has followed that sensational series of saves as Talbot is down grabbing his lower back. He's been a standout goalkeeper all season when healthy. Someone who kept a clean sheet last Wednesday night against AV Alta. Has a trio of those in league play. Eamon Zayed is incensed, clearly feeling that Beccaro and Maru subjected Talbot to unnecessary danger in that sequence. He's letting the fourth official have words. This goalkeeper still receiving treatment from the medical staff. He's a former standout with the Irish youth national team system from the U16 to U19 levels. His quality is indisputable, and his performances this season have been befitting of his quality. And now they're just hoping he can continue and they don't have to go amongst the reserves this early on. Only listed goalkeeper on the bench is Mason McCready, who did open last season as a regular starter for Texoma, but has been through his ups and downs during his time in USL League One. Meanwhile, in the midst of all of that, the penalty taker Swaybu Maru is still lamenting his miss, which Talbot read to perfection. Seems for now Talbot will look to continue, and that's a welcome sight for everyone in Corpus Christi colors. Should be a corner, and it is for Charlotte. John Beccaro over it once again. In swinger, Talbot punches away. Manin chasing after it. Wins the tussle. Maru can't navigate beyond Booth. Levy well off his line. Skinner. Ortiz just behind Skinner there. Manin. Dimmick. You wonder how a penalty miss like that changes the momentum of things. Sadie calls that in. This is Amaya. Charlotte's been undeterred since the miss, just settling right back on it in pursuit of the third, as they so often do. It is an unrelenting attack that has scored the most goals in the league. So many clinical finishers littered across the board, but one of those leaving a lot to be desired from 12 yards moments ago. Langua. First time ball forward into the path of Booth. Is offside. Well, fans, Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independents with same and next day sick visits. Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. For those just joining us, we welcome you back into American Legion Memorial Stadium. Sam Goldfarb taking you the remainder of the way. Blake Bowen opened the scoring on 6 minutes from the penalty spots, but a pair of goals in the final 5 minutes and stoppage time of the first half from John Beccaro and Javin Romero have allowed Charlotte to flip it on its head. And they just had a penalty saved moments ago from Swaybu Maru as they look to double the lead. It's been a real fun fixture between these two, and it is still all up for grabs here in the Queen City. is too far in front of Jaime. And a missed opportunity for Charlotte to maintain possession and look for holes in this Corpus Christi defense. Booth. Upended there. It's a physical challenge from Romero, who's shown the yellow card for his troubles.
Yellow card caution shown to number 5, Javan Romero.
Just comes through the back of him. There's a slight extension of the forearm, and I think that's what prompts the yellow card. Sending a message to the substitute, but paying the price in the way of a booking is Javan Romero. Maru flexing along. It's beyond the reach of Sadie. Numbers stream forward now for Corpus Christi. As this wears on, they'll have to come out of their shell more. Clever turn there. It's laid back off into the mix. Booth heads it along, and it falls routinely for Levy. More opportunities, though, for Corpus Christi. As this opens up, you'd fancy a few more to materialize. Amaya. Skinner. Jaime charges forward beyond Medina. It has numbers in support. It's a first-time ball from Baquero. And his intended target in Maru is well off it. Well, fans, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Approaching the hour mark, it is still Charlotte narrowly in front. Independence pushing on in pursuit of a third. Corpus Christi looking to level the scoreline and potentially turn this around. It's given away cheaply to Dimmick here. Now Jaime. Ortiz. Ultimately, Maru's been left isolated for large spells tonight. Ortiz snatches this back. Now it's given away the other direction. Booth has a runner in support, and he slips him in. It's a real chance that is neutralized by the offside flag. And Jake Keegan's one-on-one opportunity goes by the wayside. Sadie. As we mentioned entering the night, it is a Charlotte squad that if they win tonight and Union Omaha suffers defeat, they would go top of the league table for the first time this year. Corpus Christi, meanwhile, entered the night just 5 points off playoff pace, so this is really important for them as well in their quest to put a really difficult start to the league season on the back burner. They definitely dug themselves an early hole, but they've started to manufacture a pathway out of it, as this nearly fell through for Joey Skinner. Instead, it's cleared only as far as Javan Romero. Ortiz. Skinner. Jaime. Clever touch there. It's given away by Vigo Ortiz. Thomas. These are the avenues where Corpus Christi can get at Charlotte. When they play out of the press, they will be stretched. And Romero makes up the distance there. Bowen. Lone goal scorer for Corpus Christi, who's cut a frustrated figure since scoring that opener Very few chances of note and very little space of note for him since winning that penalty. Throw towards Keegan. Fourth all-time leading goal scorer in USL League One history. Langlois on the underlap, wins a corner.
Ball defended over the end line. That will be a corner kick for Corpus Christi.
The way this is unfolded, a corner or counter or a set piece is the most likely avenue for a Corpus Christi equalizer. Charlotte pushing on, dominating possession. When they give it away, there are signs of exposure. And it is Blake Bowen who will look to test the Charlotte back line. Outswinger. And well over the goal mouth. No one able to reach it before it goes out of play.
Ball over the line. It'll be a goal kick coming out for the Jacks.
Well, fans, turn your next outing into a game day experience with the Charlotte Independents. Groups of 10 or more can walk out with the team, play on the pitch at halftime, and take a post-game photo on the field. Book your group outing today and make memories at the Sportsplex or American Legion Memorial Stadium. A chance for Charlotte here. Ortiz just looks for an avenue to shoot. Doesn't find one. Ultimately muscled off it. And falls for Jaime. Baquero. It is unrelenting pressure from the Jacks as we inch towards the first of 2 hydration breaks in this half. Skinner. Amaya looks to switch the play and does so marvelously. Into the final half hour. Narrow advantage for Charlotte. Dimmick plays it long. Maru was not on the same wavelength as his fullback. Ball towards Bowen. Skinner tracked it step for step. Dimmick, veteran Charlotte Independents player. It's crafty there from Baquero. Inventive ball forward from Dimmick. Heavy touch from Maru. Amaya has seen his role grow astronomically over the course of his rookie campaign and has been very effective. Now Jaime dances to the byline. Jaime plays it across. Falls for Dimmick. Now Ortiz. There's a player down for Corpus Christi. He'll get back to his feet now. Sadie for Dimmick's cross, right at Talbot. And now, one of the center backs for Corpus Christi will get stretched out. Cramps starting to take effect in these temperatures well north of 90 degrees, and we take our first of 2 hydration breaks in this second half. It is still Charlotte that leads 2-1, and they look the likelier of the 2 sides to produce another. John Baquero, the key figure in this come-from-behind situation for Charlotte, leveling the scoreline on 41 minutes with his delicious free kick that cannons off of the right post and into the back of the net. And then he plays in this set piece, which takes a couple of awkward bobbles and falls really nicely for Javin Romero, who would power it in and push Charlotte in front. It is Baquero and Romero the two that have keyed this comeback, and as things stand, the two that have neutralized Blake Bowen's 6-minute penalty opener, but there is still about half an hour's time left to navigate through this one. It is Charlotte still on the front foot, but with that being said, you have seen some signs of life on the counter and on set pieces from Corpus Christi, and they have at least kept the Jacks at bay, denying Swaybu Maru from 12 yards shortly after halftime. Well, fans, given this hydration break, we can let you know that Aquafina is the official water and hydration partner of the Charlotte Independents. When the game heats up, cool down with Aquafina. And I tell you what, the game hasn't heated up today. It's just been hot the entire day. 95 degrees at kickoff. We've dropped to around 93 at the moment. So these conditions are unyielding here today for a match that has been moved up from a original 7:30 p.m. kickoff to 5:30, as Charlotte has coupled this fixture with a doubleheader that includes a streaming of the U.S. men's national team round of 32 tussle against Bosnia-Herzegovina tonight at 8. So a lot of fans will stay in attendance and watch you'd fancy. But before that, there is a small matter of these final 25-plus minutes to play out. Charlotte, as we mentioned, in pursuit of an 8th consecutive league victory. That would extend their second longest winning run in league history. It is the longest in club history. That would be 2 behind Union Omaha's record 10. Well, in the midst of this hydration break, unsurprisingly, changes taking effect. Corpus Christi making one. It is Alexis Cerritos, the League One veteran, who replaces Bubu Medina. Most recently, Cerritos featuring for AV Alta as more of a false 9 presence. He's been more of a super sub here this year for Corpus Christi. Meanwhile, it is a double swap for Charlotte Independents. A change in the engine room with Amaya vacating for Jando Fuchs. Meanwhile, in addition to that, Miles Lyons in for Prince Sadie. That more of a defense-minded swap. Lyons, a listed fullback, comes in for Sadie. Fuchs for Amaya is about as like-for-like as you can get. Jando Fuchs is an experienced, deep-lying midfielder who joined the club on April 30th. Didn't truly begin his tenure with the club, though, until the later stages of June after joining from the Azerbaijani top flight, but he has played all over the shop, best known for his long spell in Ligue 2 in French football with Sochaux. And has also played in Azerbaijan, as well as Israel and Scotland as well. So a well-traveled deep-lying midfielder in for the younger Amaya. And then the former championship standout Miles Lyons in for Prince Sadie. Cerritos for Medina adds a layer of experience and an infusion of fresh legs on the front line for Corpus Christi. Here's Maru for Charlotte. Ortiz, an eye-catching presence today. Ortiz cuts inside. That effort deflects behind. Will be a corner for the Jacks.
Will be a corner kick for the Jacks. Number 11, Vigo Ortiz.
Ortiz is making his way over, but Javin Romero has typically been on corner kick duty from this position. And it will be Romero who takes. Romero delivered a delicious in-swinger that led to Ruud Manin's opener and winner in the Prinks Tires USL Cup triumph last Wednesday night. What can he create from this position? It is another in-swinger, and that one is too tight on Talbot. We'll look to go direct now. Cerritos. someone who's always had the reputation of being one of the more talented players on the field wherever he's been, Alexis Cerritos. His output, it must be said, has fluctuated. But if there's anyone who can squeeze the most out of someone like him, it would be Ayman Zayed, who knows how to maximize talent. Dimmick crosses that toward Maru. Ultimately, he split the difference between Talbot and Maru, though. He has been a key presence in the Charlotte Independence fold for quite some time, Clay Dimmick, and that's the reason he dons the captain's armband. His entire 8-year pro career with Charlotte, joining them when they were members of the USL Championship, accompanying them when they made the move down to USL League One 4 years ago. And he is one of the few holdovers from that 2023 team that made the run to the final and fell on penalties in that Dogwood Derby disappointment against North Carolina FC. And now at 31 years of age, he just has his eyes set on taking that next step, winning their first playoff match since that 2023 playoff run, and potentially making a push towards the club's first ever league title. Here's Langlois' cross. It's awkward for Levy, but he does the job. His appearance number 186 for Clay Dimmick in Charlotte Independence colors. Assuming he remains a key presence in the lineup, he would hit 200 this year and do it comfortably. As Ortiz is sent tumbling, and unsurprisingly, Langlois in the book for that challenge.
Yellow card caution shown to number 6, Patrick Langlois.
Clever, he just dinks it beyond Langlois, who leaves a leg dangling and pays the price. Corpus Christi's captain now has to walk the tightrope for the remainder of this one. There's still a player down for Charlotte. It appears to be Vigo Ortiz. Of course, in the midst of the Clay Dimmick story and his long tenure with Charlotte, key point of note is he didn't play during that 2023 playoff run. Was an integral part of the team for the bulk of that year before, of course, the aforementioned neck injury he suffered took effect. Received that 2-level cervical artificial disc replacement surgery in August of that 2023 season and worked his way back. And it was a monumental return. He became the first pro athlete to play after that procedure. He had to basically relearn the function of walking with both legs. It was a real challenging recovery. And his persistence is something that has been a story in the Charlotte Independence organization. It's one that they're so proud of him for being able to return and not just come back to play, but play on the pitch at such a high level and play every minute this season. And why Clay Dimmick, among many, is a brilliant leader and a fueling force of this Charlotte side. Back on the pitch and continuing to play at an exceptionally high level. Here's Skinner. It's turned over this time. Kwakwa. Inside the final 20 minutes, but you'd fancy at least 5 or 6 more to be added on, given the hydration breaks. Maybe another one to follow as well. Booth. Flicked on from Fuchs. Here's Fuchs again. As this ticks on, it will be intriguing to see the decisions Mike Jeffries makes in regards to the balance of chasing a third versus protecting what they have. They don't want to overextend themselves, but also there is real peril to sitting back and absorbing pressure. This is Ortiz, Baquero, and down in the area. That was always more hopeful than anything for Charlotte. In the other direction, Cerrito strolls. Charging at Ruud Manin. Sticking with it. Will be a throw for Charlotte, though.
Substitution is brought to you by Atlas.
Well, another sub for Charlotte. It is Christi Menzinga, who will replace Vigo Ortiz. So now two strikers, out-and-out number 9s on the pitch in Maru and Menzinga. That could signify a shift in shape, perhaps even a 4-4-2 type setup to try and stabilize things and minimize the risk of being countered upon. Here is Menzinga's first touch. He is another veteran forward that joined the club in mid-March. He's best known for playing in Northern Ireland, where during his time with Linfield, he played in the UEFA Champions League and Europa League qualifiers. Joined, though, from Israeli football in March. Booth. Turned over, and Jaime wins it upfield. Fuchs. Tripped over his own feet for a moment. Does maintain possession for Charlotte. As of now, it appears Menzinga being deployed in more of a wide role. He's been used to playing as a center forward in relief of Swayboom Maru. It's not often you see these two share the pitch. There's a similar approach as well for Mike Jeffries between Christian Cheney and Swayboom Maru a year ago. Rarely saw the two of them deployed alongside one another. Here's Menzinga. Draws two defenders, and it was nearly a nifty nutmeg to bypass Panilengua. Instead, here is Thomas. Fuchs. Baquero. Skinner. Maru. Forced wide this time. Jaime. It is another prolonged spell of patient build-up from Charlotte Independence. A side that has improved considerably in breaking teams down from these sort of scenarios. Romero. Well inside the final quarter of an hour. Charlotte still in control, albeit narrowly so. Here's Dimmick venturing forward to join the attack again. And continues his run in behind. Nearly got there for Charlotte. Instead, it is a corner for the Jags. And there is a pair of Corpus Christi players still down. Sam Roscoe is one of the two. Cramp is starting to set in. A pair of defenders in Roscoe and Gomez gingerly return to their feet. And that will take us to our second hydration break of this second half. As things stand, it is still Charlotte in front. Narrowly so, courtesy of their 2 goals in the final 5 minutes, plus stoppage time in the first half. The equalizer from John Baquero in the 41st minute. It is a lovely set piece that he just kisses off of the right post and into the back of the net. And then he plays in another appetizing set piece delivery that falls this time really nicely for Javan Romero, who drives it home. And it's those 2 goals that have allowed Charlotte to neutralize and overcome an early deficit that came via Blake Bowen's 6th-minute penalty. And during this hydration break, we want to let you know that Gatorade is the official sports drink provider of the Charlotte Independents. After a long day on the field or at the gym, make sure to replenish those electrolytes with Gatorade, many flavored sports drinks. Players are doing exactly that. Charlotte has their eyes set on yet another league victory. Corpus Christi desperate to play spoiler before returning home for their 4th of July tussle on Saturday against Chattanooga Red Wolves, which has all the makings of a classic battle in the trenches. A Chattanooga side that is so defensively oriented and so built on its dual winning abilities against an Eamon Zayed-led side that will not run away from any challenge, especially one that is a physical battle. Well, for Charlotte, they have to travel out west to take on AV Alta on Sunday, so the schedule does not get much easier for the Jacks as they finish up this 4-match homestand here. Corpus Christi has made another change. Sam Roscoe, he went down with cramp. He now exits for Manzi Shalita. That is an attack-minded alteration. Shalita is a listed winger. He comes in for the center back in Roscoe, and perhaps that signifies a shift to a 3-back.
This time it's Corpus Christi making the adjustment.
Fans, you see those lovely Charlotte Independence kits, and that gives us the chance to let you know that you can shop the Charlotte Independence's latest collections at charlotteindependence.myshopify.com or by clicking the shop button at charlotteindependence.com.
Coming out for the Sharks, number 5, Sam Roscoe Burke.
So Roscoe out, Manzi Shalita in. It is just a 3rd league appearance of the year for Shalita, the Centerville, Virginia native, who joined after a tremendous Apertura campaign in the Puerto Rican top flight with Ponce FC. He scored 14 goals in 19 league appearances. That ultimately caught Eamon Zayed's eye, and he's earned himself a spot on the roster as a result. We resume play with this Charlotte corner. In-swinger from Romero that comes to the back post for Manzinga. Ultimately a tame effort off his head. Space the other direction for Corpus Christi. Shalita has it knocked away by Christopher Jaime on his first touch. Chance now for another long throw. Jack Keeney is up for it. Last time he went short and deceived the entire Charlotte back line. This time right into the mixer and headed along dangerously so, nearly towards Cerritos and away by Baquero. You get the sense it will be a lot of that direct Route 1 play for the remainder of this one for Corpus Christi. Cerritos. Langua. Well inside the final 10 minutes now. Kahim Thomas plays it out wide to Shalita, who does get there. Shalita with space to cross. There is a man down for Corpus Christi, and the whistle sounds against the Sharks. Kahim Thomas found himself in a tangle of legs, and he is the penalized party. Fans can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL MLS Premier League and more, all on Sirius XMFC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Crunch time here in the Queen City. The Jacks in pursuit of an 8th straight league victory. They're looking to make it 12 consecutive unbeaten in all comps against a Corpus Christi side that has a 4-match league unbeaten run hanging in the balance as well. There are some numbers here now for the Sharks. Thomas clips it in. It's dangerous. Ultimately scuffled away by Monin. Forward for Maru. Booth. Thomas. Twisting between the lines. Draws a collection of red and blue shirts. And now over the top. A real chance here for Shalita. He lost his footing. Have been moments where Corpus Christi's look keen to threaten, and this is one of them. Bowen, the lone goal scorer for the Sharks so far. Squaring up with Lyons. It's a dangerous ball in. Skinner made more of a meal of that than he had to. You see the tired legs beginning to set in. Joey Skinner has covered every blade of grass on the left side, seemingly. And in these conditions, everyone is certainly feeling heavier legs than normal. Keeney is hunting Booth. Came off Dimmick last.
And will be a corner kick for Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi squad that didn't manage a single corner in the first half. This is their 3rd of the match. Another chance for Blake Bowen to ask questions. Outswinger toward the back posts, and Cerritos committed the transgression as he looked to wrestle himself free from Maru. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Dying embers of this one. And it is still all to play for. Bowen hoofs this upfield. Monin first to it. But Carroll with a pocket of space now, and Manzinga with a little more than that. Charging forward. Draws a number of defenders. Manzinga went at it alone. Didn't really have many options. But it may have taken a touch in the process. And it was, so a corner for Charlotte Independence.
Number 10, John Vaccaro will take the kick.
Vaccaro will take. Could go short and stay around the corner flag. Maybe a little early for that, though. They do take short. And a change will take place before that. A double alteration for Charlotte. Tabonare and Matisse Gaffroy will enter. It is a welcome return for Gaffroy, who missed some time with injury this season. He is back in the mix in place of Vaccaro. Meanwhile, Suebu Maru is also off. So it is Maru and Vaccaro off for Gaffroy and Tabonare. Nare is more of a fullback as this comes into Gaffroy, who nearly made an instant impact. And Fuchs committed the foul as he looked to win it back off of Alexis Cerritos. Fans, you can enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on your screen and enter today. So Matisse Gaffroy, the 22-year-old out of St. Thomas University, in his first professional season, back in the fold after missing 13 consecutive matches. It's good to see him again. A real talent that Mike Jeffries has been optimistic about. He will factor in the closing stages here. As foul is committed on the far side. Now, Tabo Nare is a more experienced defensive presence, best known for his time in the LAFC 2 system, but also played last year in USL League One. He's bounced in and out of the lineup throughout his season and change in the heartbeat of American soccer. Jaime. Inching towards the final minute of the initial 90. Will be a considerable number on our fourth officials board given the 2 hydration breaks, given the penalty as well. So this is far from done just yet. Here's Booth. Cerritos. Fouled by Fuchs. Fuchs impeded by Cerritos illicitly, according to our lead official. All eyes will be on our fourth officials board in a matter of seconds. The referee is just trying to hurry play on. Charlotte with plenty of gamesmanship here. Word it could be a pretty big number on our referee's board. Our Blue Cross and Blue Shield stoppage time is hefty. It is 9 minutes. That separates Charlotte from an 8th consecutive league victory as they seek 2023 Union Omaha. Still plenty of time for Corpus Christi to conjure something. Yellow card was also shown to Ayman Zayed, who seemed discontented with the amount of time Charlotte had wasted due to their gamesmanship tactics.
That ball played over the end line. Goal kick for Corpus Christi.
Thomas. Jaime won it. Our referee had other ideas as to the manner in which he won it. Alexis Cerritos is limping gingerly. All right. Mashing it away. It's a late challenge on Baquero, and it's one that definitely forces the referee's hand. Lyons was sent tumbling by Blake Bowen. third of the way through the added 9 minutes. Still a world of time for Corpus Christi as they seek an equalizer and an opportunity to level the scoreline. It's one that has not materialized throughout the second half. Charlotte, if anything, has looked the more likely. Sway Boomeroo had a penalty saved. Follow-up effort from Baquero as well went by the wayside. And now another chance for the Jacks. Manzinga racing in behind. Manzinga looking to wrap it up. He's forced wide. And now will await support. Gaffroy. Jaime. It may become a game of keep away from here on out. Jaime twisting and turning. He's past Kwakwa, the cross deflected. Taken in well by Shalita, who can't negotiate out of that pressure. Thomas can though. And here's Booth. Cerritos. Beyond Monin. There's room to maneuver now for Corpus Christi. Bowen. Dances past Monin. And it's Dimmick who will track over and win the free kick to alleviate the pressure. We are now midway through the 9 minutes of Blue Cross and Blue Shield stoppage time. Charlotte ticks closer and closer to extending their club record league winning streak. It would make it 12 matches unbeaten, even if they draw today. But another 3 points would take them top of the USL League One table, at least for now. They would watch the Union Omaha match with keen eyes later tonight as they take on AV Alta. Be a major achievement in the Mike Jeffries era after the manner in which they limped to the finish line last season, climbing to the pinnacle of the league table around the midway point of the campaign. Nothing to scoff at by any means, given Omaha's insane run of form prior to this recent drop-off. It's saying a lot about the manner in which Charlotte has won fixtures. Some 1-2 interplay that does result in a Corpus Christi corner. Charlotte not out of the woods just yet. It is Bowen who will take. Time waning on Corpus Christi. In-swinger towards Thomas. It's headed away. Only as far as Gomez. Kwakwa. The finest switch. And it affords Charlotte more opportunity to waste precious seconds off of this rapidly ticking clock. Keegan looking for Shalita. It is going to be a war of attrition from here on out. And there will be at least one more opportunity for Corpus Christi to get bodies forward. Blake Bowen with perhaps one last chance to play in a teasing delivery, barring the presence of another corner before the time is out. He arcs it in. It's a dangerous ball that falls to the back post. Fuchs gets his head in the mix. Now Thomas. And he gives it away loosely. surrounded by red shirts. Jaime away from the pressure and charging forward. It is still Christopher Jaime with numbers either side. Jaime has it poked away by Bowen at the last.
That ball defended over the end line and will be at corner.
That was his chance to eradicate any semblance of doubt. But it is another corner for Charlotte, and they can hang around the corner flag for the remainder of stoppage time. Final minute of the added 9. Charlotte so close to extending this monumental streak. It's taken short by Lions. There's Manzinga. Gaffroy towards the corner flag now. The 9 minutes have elapsed. It's another throw, and you figured that could be all she wrote. Pushing towards the century mark. Gaffroy loses out. Is there time for one final break for Corpus Christi? Cerritos is fouled. This is their last chance, if there's even time to produce one more. There is the full-time whistle. Charlotte Independence just keeps winning. An 8th consecutive league victory to extend their club record streak. Now just 2 off Union Omaha's record set 3 years ago. Mike Jeffries has the Jacks cooking, and as of now, they sit top of the USL League One table. They come from behind to win by a 2-1 scoreline, and our man of the match presented by Aquafina is John Vaquero, scoring the equalizer in sensational fashion from a free kick before playing the teasing ball in that led to Javan Romero's eventual winner. A strong performance from Charlotte, undaunted by the early deficit, and they come from behind to win by a 2-1 scoreline. We'll step aside briefly, hear from the Queen City. When we return, a look back at how it all unfolded here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Stick with us. We will be right back from the Southeast.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
Your Charlotte Independence!
Want an affordable and exciting outing for the whole family? The Charlotte Independence has you covered. Introducing the Charlotte Independence Family 4-Pack. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, starting at only $80. It's everything you need for a family night filled with soccer fun. Come see your Charlotte Independence play at American Legion Memorial Stadium. For county, for country, ride with us. Get your family 4-pack today at charlotteindependence.com.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Charlotte, where the Independents reel off an 8th consecutive league victory. John Vaquero at the center of it all, himself and Javan Romero, the difference makers, as they come behind and secure a 2-1 victory. And now it's time to get a look at our full-time highlights, which are presented by Novant Health. Charlotte had to do it from behind because it was a fast start for Corpus Christi. Blake Bowen winning a penalty after the loose challenge from Ruud Manin. As you look at the Novant Health highlights, that set up Bowen from 12 yards, who would bury it, just slots it into the bottom left. Matt Levy guesses the wrong direction, and just like that, Charlotte behind, but they would push on and finally find the equalizer in spectacular fashion. John Baccaro with a peach of a free kick that kisses off the far post and in. There's zero chance for James Talbot, and that leveled things before stoppage time hit, and Jovan Romero provided the decisive blow. A free kick comes in from Baccaro. It eventually ricochets and falls kindly for Romero, who slots it into the bottom right. And then there was a penalty given. This is clever from Swebu Maru. Lets it run, then runs beyond Talbot, brought down. Clear Stonewall penalty, but when he steps up from 12 yards, he telegraphs it. Talbot reads it the entire way and then makes a sensational stop on the follow-up. That ultimately kept Corpus Christi within striking distance. The unfortunate thing for them is they could not find an avenue back into the game. And now you look at the full-time stats, which are also presented by Novant Health. Charlotte clearly in control in pretty much every statistical category. 60% of the ball, more than double the shots on frame, more than double the shots as well, and double the goals. It ultimately made for a deserved 3 points for the Jacks, who did not concede a shot on goal after halftime. That is where things will finish here from Charlotte, where the Jacks secure an 8th consecutive league victory and move their unbeaten run to 12 across all comps. They come from behind to win 2-1. For our terrific crew, I'm Sam Goldfarb, saying so long from Charlotte, where the Jacks climb atop the league table. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.